everybody. Give it up for Brendan Taaffe. That was amazing. That is just the absolute most perfect way to come into the room any day of the week. But today, this particular day of the week is Saturday. It is day 804 on the Daily Antidote of Song, which is pretty freaking incredible. And I still can't believe it every time that I see a number that high. I cannot believe it. So before we get into our beautiful singing and chatting and wonderful stuff for the day, first we have to say hello to everybody here in the room. Of course, first, everyone wave hi to everybody joining us out there on Facebook Live. Hi, Facebook, we love you. Thank you so much for being here with us today, as you are every single day. You never fail. And a big hello to everybody here in this room. That is a hello to our artist of the day, Brendan Taaffe. Hello to Becky. Hello to Jenny in Suffolk, UK. Hello to Arlene in California. Hello to Aloysius outside on the move in Westford, Mass. Hi to Sheila in Florida. Kevin on day 804. Thank you for keeping us on track, sir. Hello to Trish in Victoria. Deborah in Kentucky. Hello to Carolyn on day 804. Love the sign. That's gorgeous. Hello to Dan in Vienna, Virginia. Hello to Kathleen in Albuquerque. Hello to Jim Harkless, one of our song leaders and frequent singers on the Daily Antidote, there with a friend. Hello. Hi. So glad that you're here as well. Hello to Don, also known as Papa Curly Top in Vermont. Hello to Deli outside in a beautiful breeze. Hi to Kathy in Virginia. Bob, hello to Jean in Pittsburgh. Hi to Luda and Mark in Victoria. Hearts to you guys. Hello to Lynn and Cliff in Vermont. Hello to Cheryl in the UK. Hello to Jamie in Victoria, BC. Susan in Seattle. Jim in New York City. Kate in Charlottesville, Virginia. Hello to Ralph in Victoria. Annette, hello to Sharon out in the beautiful woods. That's gorgeous. Hello to some curly tops. Hello to Hoda in BC. Hello to Amanda and Miles in Michigan, although that is neither Amanda nor Miles. That is a beautiful cat. And now the cat is gone. And hello to all of our friends joining us off camera today. That's Nancy, Ray. Hello to Sarah, Martha, LMG, Sandy in North Carolina, Serena, Jane, Kate wandering. And I think that is everybody. Caroline in DC coming into the room right now. I think that's everybody. Oh, and Fred in Silver Spring. If I didn't get you on the way in, I will get you on the way out. Did I miss Deborah? No, we missed Deborah. I was going to say, I saw missed Deborah in the chat and I was like, I didn't miss Deborah, but we did miss you, Deborah, when you weren't here with us. And we're so glad that you're here now. Enough of that, enough from me. Let's turn it over to our fantastic artist of the day, Brendan Taaffe. What are you going to sing for us today?
I'm going to sing a song called Heap of Horseshoes for you today, and the lyrics are in the chat somewhere. I just want to explain its origin a little bit. This is it's a song co-written with my friend Morris Manning, who wrote this incredible book of poems called Bucolics. Morris lives down in Kentucky in Springfield, which is not terribly far from Lexington. And it's a really amazing collection of poems that I fell in love with. And it's a conversation. It's a conversation between a field hand and a divine being known only as Boss. And a lot of it revolves around that kind of knife edge between faith and doubt, like wondering is Boss even there, and if so, what does that mean? Which would be kind of a great summation of my spiritual life thus far. And so I fell in love with this book of poems, and then somehow then befriended Morris, and then convinced him to rewrite the poems as song lyrics. And it's been an amazing collaboration to do with him. That he's really, there was no reason for him to do it. He won a Pulitzer for this book. Very well lauded as a poet, but he's been really happy to engage with this process and turn them into song lyrics. And I had this is long-winded, I know, we'll sing in a second. I had a fellowship, I just need to acknowledge public funding of the arts, had a fellowship to do a month of research at Berea College, listening to archival recordings in their extensive sound archives. And so the project fully is that each song Morris and I are co-creating is based on one of his poems and some kind of melodic DNA from the Appalachian Sound Archives that are housed at Berea College. And this melody comes mostly from the singing of Addie Graham, who was an Eastern Kentucky singer, grew up in Jackson, Kentucky, on the Kentucky River. So, with all that, it's called Heap of Horseshoes. I've got a heap of horseshoes nested in my chest. It's your hammer makes them ring. Till you sing, I'll do the rest. How I wonder if you're knocking, or if you're fooling me. Are you peeping through the hole? Have you found the bony key? When you nestle in my chest bones, do you hammer on my rib? I can feel your gentle tap, like a baby in the crib. Oh, my ribs are polished iron, how they sing inside the dark. When I feel your hammer fall, then I see the silver spark. But I wish you'd lift the latch off, open wide the door. When I feel that hammer fall, then I know what singing's for. I've got a heap of horseshoes nested in my chest. It's your hammer makes them ring. Till you sing, I'll do the rest. Till you sing, I'll do the rest. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful, beautiful song.
Yeah,
Wow.
Morris, he does such good things with words.
Yeah. And so every single one of these songs, this included, started out as a poem that he wrote, completely separated.
Yeah, yeah. So, and it's been amazing. Um, like I said, he's been such a collaborator because the poems, uh, in order to stay the same, they kind of change a lot.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
this is the original poem.
Please.
Are you ever in my chest, boss? Are you ever in there with a hammer tapping on my rib cage as if you want to make a humdrum right where I can feel it? How big is that little hammer anyway? Does it have a silver head, boss? Does it spark against my ribs? I know they're made of iron. I've got a heap of horseshoes nested in my chest like heavy birds. Boss, you make them sing. You tap away, is one arm bigger than the other from all that hammering you do. I wonder if you're knocking for a reason. Are you just fooling, boss, or have you found a little door? Oh, if it's really you, I wish you'd whistle through the keyhole, boss. I wish you'd lift my little latch. So, yeah, so then I go to Morris and I say, hey, I want you to do an adaptation of that poem, and here's the melody to use. And in this case, acknowledging yet more support of arts, this was actually, I had a little songwriting retreat thanks to Carpe Diem Arts down on Chesapeake Bay, and did some work on this song and sent Morris some ideas of like, this is how I think some lines from that poem could fit into this melody. And
Yeah,
then he sent back this incredible adaptation.
this
Um,
is amazing.
yeah, yeah, it's
This
a very,
is a very, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I feel like this is a very unique style of adaptation. The kinds of adaptations of existing art into song tend to be things like I exist within like the musical theater world, and so I'm very
yeah,
used to seeing things like books
yeah,
or like movies being adapted into songs, and that is a similar process
right,
in ways where you can watch like the original movie or watch
right,
or read the
right,
original book and you're like, oh my gosh, I see that line and I see how that line sparked an entire
right,
trail of music.
right.
But I don't know that I've ever heard of poetry that was poetry in its own right
Yeah,
being reconfigured to be the type of poetry that fits to music.
yeah. It's really like I can't give enough credit to Morris's
It's
uh,
amazing.
just his like willingness to
Yeah,
engage with this project has been incredible,
yeah.
and then all like the quality of what he comes back with is stunning.
It's amazing. And I mean, I think anything, whenever I see an artist that is willing to, I guess, that doesn't ever feel that their work has to be set in stone,
Right.
that feels that their art is, can be, and should be a living, breathing thing where if someone wants to do something new with it, I mean, what a compliment, right? To have someone come to you and say, I love what you did so much. It made me want to make more art with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
That's got to be the best compliment on this earth for an artist.
Yeah, it's been good, and our friendship started really because so I don't know if you all know what crankies are. They're these scrolling illustrations,
Yeah,
and I do cranky art,
that's
and
amazing.
um, I was just in love with this book of poems and started making a cranky out of one of them, um, and then was almost done with the cranky and said, "Oh God, I haven't actually asked for permission yet.
Oh no.
So excited about this, I charged ahead. I need to get permission,
Yeah.
really, to do this." And so I found an email and sent an email off, and told Morris how much I love his stuff, and then and I would love to make a cranky on one of the poems. Um, and he wrote back, and not only did he like graciously give me the permission to do this, but he also said, it might interest you to know that when I was revising the drafts that became this collection, I would tape them up. Morris would tape them up on a revolving cylinder and illustrate them.
No
Um,
way.
yeah. So at that point, it was slightly creepy, just a little weird that like, wow. Okay, so I reverse engineered your
You did.
process. Um, so then I went to Kentucky and we hung out, and we get along really well. And yeah,
That's amazing. And something that a couple of people, speaking of art, in the chat have been wondering is could you tell us a little bit about that piece of art right behind you?
yeah, absolutely. This was painted by my friend Donald Saff, who is a fabulous artist, just a little north of me in Vermont. Um, I think Dan Zanes does some stuff on Daily Antidote from time to time, right?
That he does. Dan and Claudia both are
Yeah,
on here all the time.
Donald was partnered with Dan's sister for a long time.
Oh, it is. Oh gosh, it is a small world. It is really, really a small world.
Yeah, yeah, it totally is.
Wow.
So here we are. I get to have one of Donald's paintings on my wall.
And could you say his name one more time, just because I know people will want to
Yeah,
have it? Donald.
Saff, Saaf.
There you go, everybody. Donald Saff.
Yeah, and it's a painting. There is some multimedia, like the body of this um, being. I think it's half cow, half person. That's fabric, and like that's actually a piece of a map. And the
Oh my
bird
gosh.
bodies are also different fabrics.
So it's like a collage and a painting all in one.
Yeah,
Collages.
yeah.
Feels
So it
very
makes you feel super
metaphorical.
grown up to have an original painting on the wall. I gotta
Oh
say.
my gosh, right?
Yeah.
Can't imagine. Well, I absolutely love hearing about the process of
Mm,
the way that these songs came to exist. And I think
yeah.
honestly, they just speak to this beautiful, like instantaneous, unspoken connection between artists of appreciating each other's work, wanting to make more work, and just, I don't know, I guess seeing opportunities everywhere, seeing possibilities everywhere. I think that's one of the best things about creative minds is seeing the opportunity for new creations all over the place.
Yeah, it's great. It's led to some good songs. We're up to 5 or 6. And I'm hoping to get to like 9 to try and create something with it once we have enough to like do some recording with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got a few more to go.
Well, while you're working on those last few, we would love to hear this one that you do have done again.
Yeah. Should we do this one more time?
Yeah, whole thing all the way through. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Great. Heap of Horseshoes. Hopefully, it makes the scanning makes a little more sense this time. I've got a heap of horseshoes nested in my chest. It's your hammer makes them ring. Till you sing, I'll do the rest. How I wonder if you're knocking, if you're fooling me. Are you peeping through the hole? Have you found the bony key? When you nestle in my chest bones, do you hammer on my rib? I can feel your gentle touch, like a baby in the crib. Oh, my ribs are polished iron, how they sing inside the dark. When I feel your hammer fall, then I see the silver spark. I wish you'd lift the latch box and open wide the door. When I feel your hammer fall, then I know what singing's for. I've got a heap of horseshoes nested in my chest. It's your hammer makes them ring. Till you sing, I'll do the rest. Yes, till you sing, I'll do the rest. Till you sing, I'll do the rest.
Wow, Brendan, thank you so much for that and for telling us all about this process. It was really, really incredible to hear about, and it's really incredible that it exists. And it's really incredible that you're here with us and sharing it with us.
Yeah,
It's
thanks for
amazing.
having me.
Well, thank you so much. I think we all have a new poet to go find the book of, which
Morris
I did.
Manning.
I did put a link to where you can at least find some more information, at very least the title of the book, so you don't forget it.
Yeah.
And then you can find it to purchase or borrow from a library or any kind of thing, any kind of place. But it's in there. So don't miss out, because I can't imagine. And yes, and the artist of the painting. Also, the name is in the chat so we don't forget. So you can check out some more of his work as well. Well, that's a lot of artists for us to go explore. So we've got homework to do. Let's go do it. Well, first of all, everybody, give a big thank you and goodbye to all the people joining us out there on Facebook Live. Thank you, Facebook. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.